Nonni, morjesta vaan kaikille. Sherlock Holmesilla on puku päällä ja valmiina uuteen työpäivään, eli jatketaan tätä. Ja kirje on pöydällä. En muista yhtään, mitä tässä on tapahtunut, mutta... Joo, tää on uusi mysteeri siis, joo. Ja Lestrediltä on saatu joku kirje. On tapahtunut jotain Abbey Grangessa. Nimittäin murha ja mun pöydälläkö oli? Tässä pöydällä vai missä pöydällä?
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Vai täällä? Täällä. No niin.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Okay.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B.
Onks mä avata tän?
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
No niin. Mind your Mr. Holmes. Accept only. Okei. Vaikeeta pitää joku tuolla.
So, what is it?
Kutsi.
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately.
No niin.
I live in hope of an interesting morning.
No niin. Mielenkiintoista aamua. Mielenkiintoista aamua toivotaan. No niin. Eiköhän mennä. Jos mä tällä kertaa saataisin se oikea conclusion, niin ei ole nyt saatu pari viime kertaa oikeet.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise a right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right. I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
The morning room. Mikä on morning? Täällähän nämä.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Okei, eli ei näe sen kuolleen miehen ja tämän toi
Can you
avioliitto ei
describe
ollut
to me the events
kovinkaan
of yesterday evening?
niin
Is it
sanotusti
really
ruusulla
necessary? I have
tanssimista.
already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes,
kerro
madam,
mullekin.
it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and, oh God,
Please, go on.
as I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw 2 others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were 3, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Okei.
Did these 3 villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Okei. No tää on varmaan eka, mikä pitää katsoa. Joo. Joo. Elegant dress. Wedding ring. Joo. Old bruises, eli se oli se ukko vissi vähän korostunut. Korostunut kämmentä niin sanotusti. Missä on viime? What the hell? No, eikö toi oo? Ei. Mitä? What is this? What? Mä en ainakaan ite näe täällä mitään. Toi oli toi. Tossa oli joku. Bell cheese. Aha. Okei.
You mentioned
not
that
a
your
happy
marriage was
marriage.
not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from
Aika
dark
perus.
moods, but nothing else.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time, out of control.
Miksi?
Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Eli voisiko tehdä semmoisen tosi kaukisen päätelmän, että tää voisi olla se mastermind tämän koko murhan takana? Koska
Oh, what a horrible...
jos ei tykännyt siitä
Teresa,
sen
I would
ukosta
like to
ja
hear
just
your
sanoi, että se on
testimony.
Certainly, sir.
avioliitto semmoisen juopon kanssa on pahempi kuin kuolema,
As
niin
I sat
voisi
by
luulla,
my
että se
bedroom
olisi
window,
niinku
I saw 3 men in the moonlight
orchestrated.
down by the lodge gate.
niinku se murha.
But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran To find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Okei. Wrinkles, no. Niin. 3 vielä. Hei, tossa on joku stain. Coffee stain. Ja se on... Okei, se jotenkin ei ottanut sitä tosta. Jaa, niin tossa. Working hands. Ah. Onko täällä vielä jotain? Inspect room vielä. Okei.
My mistress is very tired.
Täällä on vielä jotain. Hei, täällä on jotain. Newspaper. No ei missään.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Joo. Joka vihe. The robbery was faked and the whole story in the... Mä en voi, siis ei voi vielä sanoa, että kumpi on, mutta jos me laitetaan tästä joku, niin ei se vielä anna niinku, mutta voinko mä... Joo, no ihan sama. Mä en oo vielä tehnyt päätelmää, koska se voi olla niinku ihan kumpaan suuntaan vaan, koska jos se niinku johtolangat kyllä kertoisi, että se oli täysin niitten vika, mutta tämän kun kanssa jutteli, niin esimerkiksi se sanoi, että se avioliittoisen kanssa on pahempaa kuin kuolema, niin voisi olla, että se voisi olettaa, että hänen vaimonsa olisi tämän niin kuin koko homman takana sitten kuitenkin. Photograph.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one? So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Otti vaan. Okei. Okay.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame. This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Okay.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it.
No.
Your ladyship?
My mistress.
No voi kyrpä. Täällä ei vissiin muuta ollut. No joo, toi taisi olla se ainut. Eli meidän pitää löytää se...
Let us try to open this safe. This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Okay. Joo. Ja noin. Ja mitä sieltä löytyy? Rahaa.
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
Okei. Mikä medical reports? Hepatic decompensation. Mitä se tarkoittaa? Liver damage. No, se oli alkoholista, niin joo. Jep. Okei. Sairas mies oli siis aika monella tapaa. Some evidence can be used in the investigation. Okei. Eli... Okei, nyt on tää huone.
It is common practice to keep
Täällä
one's
ei oo muuta.
valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Okei. Sekin on nyt katsottu, mutta kysytäänpä sulta siitä.
Oh, what a horrible...
Sulta sitten kysytään.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behavior.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it if ever.
Entäs tää oli se mastermind? Okei, tässä on...
So it was special.
Tää selvästi välittää tosta... Mikä tän nimi oli? Theresa. Lady... Brackenstall. Mikä se etunimi? Oliko se Theresa? Theresa. Oliko se? Was it? Mistä eikö tää oli Theresa? Niin siis, mutta siis tää selvästi välittää tästä. Niin tää Theresa olisi voinut olla se, joka ns. Niinku niinku orkesteroi. Onko se sana? Orkesteroi. Niinku se murha. No. Mitäs sitten? Mitä te? Joo, sit se crimesin pitää vielä katsoa. Mutta joo, no personal life, violent behavior, criminals identified from Australia. No personal life. The lady married shortly after. She remained at home during that time. There is a little possibility that she or her maid are. Jos tollain. Hetkinen. Rock of Gibraltar. No, luulis. Ota, mikä se oli se kuva? Rock of Gibraltar, ne. No joo. Kyllä se... Joo. Joo. Luulis. Ei. Toi... Niin, tosta... No ei tietenkään toimittaa. Joo, mutta käydään kattoo vielä se... crime scene. Mikä se on suomeksi? Murhapaikka.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall. Lord George Brackenstall.
Lestrade. Sulla on jotain.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Okei. Hei, saatiin uusi. Inspector's Tale. Noniin, toi meni tohon. No, niin. Onko ton... No ei toi. Mitäs ton laittaa tohon? Ton laittaa tohon. Ei se. No tosta mä en vielä tiedä, mutta... That, niinku toi would make sense. Ainakin mun mielestä.
Lord Ramsay.
Joo. Oi!
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Uhu. Siellä on aseita.
Antique hunting weapons. A hunter's cabin. A hunting scene.
A hunting scene.
A trapper's hut. A trapper's hut. A trapper's hut. A fur trader's cabin.
Mantelpiece.
It appears that the bell rope was cut. A fur trader's cabin. It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Okei. Siinä oli vaan toi. Joo. Mä katson tän koko huoneen eka ennen kuin mä katon
A deer hunt.
Katon ton ruumiin. Glasses.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair
Hey.
indeed.
3 lasia.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Mikä on beeswing?
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
Joo, en tiedä mitä tuo tarkoittaa.
This glass has some wine traces,
Mutta
but
3
no
lasia,
visible
josta ei tulla
beeswing.
viiniä.
It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other 2 are clear. Chateau Calon Ségur,
Okei.
French wine, Grand Cru.
Alright. Täällä on rikkoutu.
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France.
France.
This candlestick is
Français.
valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
Eikö taida ole mukaan pitää enää? On siinä mitä hittoa. What I am missing. Tomma kahtoin. Tuolla ei oo mitään. Häh? What is this bullshittery? Siis what?
A bottle of wine is missing here.
No se oli varmaan se...
Criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Niin, ne otti
The
vaan
hunting
vähän sen
scene.
niin. Aika jännä.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
Eli sinne on turha mennä. Noin, katsotaan sitä.
So,
Ruumis.
what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Okei.
Barefoot. He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
Joo.
Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon. That must be the murder weapon.
Ai.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Ai saakeli.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Se oli siinä. Nyt on elikkäs two glasses. Ja toi. Otetaan vielä toi ja vissiin toi. Sitten tohon pitää vielä löytää joku. Noniin. Three people. There were three people drinking wine out of the three glasses. There were two people drinking wine out of this glass and its remaining glass. No. Mä en tiedä mitä tuo tarkoittaa, niin mä en nyt oikein osaa. Niinku mikä vittu on Peacewing ja mikä on Drex. Nyt on pakko koukalla. Peacewing. Mehiläispiiri. Niin no joo. Sitä mä ajattelinkin, mutta en mä tiedä. Sakka. Niin. Kyllä, kyllä. Deadly accident. Mä en usko. Kyllä musta tuntuu, että se kyllä ihan tapetti. Mitäs tuon laittaa nyt tohon? Okei, eli jos on three people, niin sit se oli, että ne oli randalit. Mutta jos 2 ihmistä joi, ja siinä yhdessä oli vaan niistä se pohjasakka. Mennään nyt sillä, että se Randalls ei ollut niinku, se oli niinku faked. Joo. Ei, mennään tällä. Musta tuntuu, että se on tää. Ja sitten Inspector crime scene in the dining room. Häh?
The death was instant.
Täällä vielä on jotain. Mitä täällä on mukaan? Chair.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me. This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall
Hei, nyt saadaan
was tied
vihdoin
to.
toubi. Toupimessi. Okei. Mennään vielä kysymään. Koska tosta tuli tää dialogihomma. Niin mä vissiin voidaan kysyä siltä
Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
täältä, että ketkä siellä joi viiniä.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
Please.
Oh, what a...
Tässä on nyt se, että uskotaanko me täysin tähän, mitä tää sanoo? Vai luotetaanko me siihen, että possibly nää nyt vaan feikkaa ton tarina? Et jos se olikin, että se oli se Rundle Gang ja ne joi sitä viiniä. Että se oli accident. No sit se... Noin. Acquainted with the sailor. Kyllä. Koska... No, mä en nyt ihan oo vielä varma tosta, että miten toi menee. Et siihen pitää saada kyllä lisää näitä vihjeitä, mutta... Seuraava oli, että piti hakea toubi. Ja katsotaan mihin johtaa toi haju tosta siitä köydestä, mutta se tehdään ensi kerralla ja näihin huviin ja tunnelmiin tällä kerralla, että ei mulla muuta. Morjes!